Hi there and welcome to the Vastrap kitchen. In this video I'd like to show you how to divide and pre-shape your dough that's been bulk fermenting for about 3 to 4 hours. You can see this dough is looking very nice. It's got lots of bubbles underneath and it's got a nice shiny top. It's got some bubbles on the top, but the edges of it are sort of rounded and a little bit sort of showing a domed shape on top. So that to me suggests that the bulk fermentation can end now before it goes into its final proof. I gave this dough about three to four sets of stretches and folds during the bulk ferment. They were about 30 minutes apart. There are videos demonstrating how to do the stretches and folds. And yes, I think it's ready to divide and shape now. Just remember that the time of your bulk ferment is not exact. It does differ according to the flour that you use and the temperature of your room, etc. But roughly at around 25 to 26 degrees Celsius, it should be around 3 to 4 hours. Unless you're using very refined white flour, which is not as reactive, that might take a bit longer. So you do need to get a sense with your eye. So for the dividing and shaping, this amount of dough makes 2 nice big country loaves. Have your dough scraper handy. Again, I talk about all the tools in a separate video, so you can go and have a look at that. Now I like to, instead of using flour with a very wet dough, it's actually easier to put some water onto your surface rather than flour. You can use flour, but the danger with that is that you start incorporating too much flour into your dough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently, I want to be very gentle here. I don't want to deflate the dough. So I kind of want it to slip out of the bowl on its own. And you just very, very gently help it along with your scraper if it needs to. Go. You can see the lovely bubbles. Okay, great. So for this pre-shaping stage, I'm going to use my dough scraper, or you can use this one or a bigger one. Just make sure it's wet and that your hands are also wet so that the dough doesn't stick to the dough. You want to handle your dough as little as possible, and just and gently go in like a turning motion, and make a pre-shaped round. So I'm just going to eyeball it. You slice and go away. Slice and go away. Yeah.
You're talking to you.
I'm talking to me, yes. Okay. Kind of pulling the dough towards you and flicking this away. Okay. Doesn't have to be a complete round, but you just want to get them into reasonably sort of neat shapes that have got a little bit of tension, not too much tension. You don't want to over shape at this point in time. And now that I've got 2 roughly equal balls, I'm not going to weigh them. You can weigh them if you really want to, but they're roughly equal. I'm going to leave them for about 15 to 20 minutes to relax before we do our final shaping.